With an independent cinema, you have a lot of fears for what could maybe go wrong. Like, nobody's going to come in the door. You're going to spend a lot of money on this event. People might not come or support it. We've always been really lucky that we have people supporting it. One thing we never imagined was a pandemic that would completely force us to close our doors and not have anybody come in for several months. We literally couldn't bring our patrons inside to do that type of programming. The pandemic affected all cinemas in the same way, in that we had to shut up our doors and figure out other ways that we could serve our community. So things that didn't stop just because of the pandemic were our rent and our subscription fees for our digital programming. We're using the grant money for a lot of that and hoping that there will be a little bit left over to help sponsor some of our upcoming film programming.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, which is still occurring, so many people went outside because that's where they could find normal, right? Mother Nature goes on regardless of what's going on during a pandemic. And so many schedules were changed and routines were changed. We saw a huge uptick in people utilizing our parks and trails to get that mental health break, to get some physical activity, to be outside where you can physically distance but still be with your friends and family. So we know that it is crucial to continue to do these projects, both the construction side and the enhancement side, where we highlight these key features and resources along it, because then that continues to build that sense of place and build that sense of community, which we know is critical as our routines have changed.
What the grant did was, one, take some of the pressure off of wondering how you're going to keep the lights on and even maintain the salaries of some staff. That grant has been just absolutely critical for us in just knowing that at least you know what you got to deal with. Even if it's going to expire, if it's going to run out, you can budget, you can plan for it. It won't save us for the entire year, but it has helped us.
Now, with the pandemic and not being able to have our honor awards in the spring as we usually do, and get that corporate sponsorship for those events that we have, we were really presented with a deficit that might have even imperiled our very existence. After over 50 years of working in Missouri to help foster a preservation ethic and save historic resources, we were really faced with curtailing most of our activities. Had it not been for the Missouri Humanities Council, and we might not be sitting here today.
We thought it would come and go, and now we don't know how long it's going to be with us. I think I was like everyone else. I was in shock in the beginning and really actually thought the worst. With the pandemic grant, it's going to be able to help us to get over this sort of interruption of services. We haven't been able to open up our gallery, and we haven't been able then, therefore, to activate this building as it has been in the past. We simply need to make adjustments. I say simply, it's really not going to be that simple. Each and every arts organization and each and every artist has to figure out what it is they're going to do in spite of, or in addition to, or in a different way, and not think of the pandemic as a disruption, but as an opportunity.